But yeah,
Hey,
do you think yeah, back to the question, the primary question. Do you think chivalry
mm,
is dead, or do you what are your thoughts on chivalry?
So chivalry in the like
Traditional sense, I
in
guess
the
if you will.
sense of like male towards female kind of like
Yeah, like society, cycle.
attention.
Yeah, a cycle like
Yeah,
expectation of what chivalry is. So it's like when a man
sure.
opens
Yeah.
the door for you or whatever.
I think it depends what you mean by it's dead, or rather, does it still exist? Yeah, I think it still exists.
It's more like it's instead of being a standard, it's more of a sort of like on a person by person case. Like before, like all men would, well, most men would open the door for women and like
I
treat them.
suppose, yeah. In that case, yeah, yeah. I suppose things have changed, um, and I would say to a degree that like we pay more attention to everyone rather than just the person we're trying to court or trying to, you know,
Yeah,
get with.
to persuade.
Uh, I suppose. Um, so in that sense, maybe chivalry should be like extended to everyone equally.
Yeah,
I believe that. Yeah, I think like general politeness towards everyone is an aspect of what we call chivalry, I
mm.
suppose.
What about you, Basar?
I feel the same way. I agree with Philip. I feel like it should be uh, equally involved with
Distributed.
everybody. Yeah, it should be like on both sides as well, because it can't be just for men. You know,
Yeah.
it can't be just be like, oh, he has to do this because he has to be a gentleman. Like
Yeah, that whole, yeah, you should be a
that's
gentleman.
the problem I have with this. Like, yo, what's wrong with a woman holding the door for a dude? What's
Right,
wrong with that? What's wrong
right.
with it? Like, people are gonna look at me in shame because I accepted the kind gesture of somebody holding the door for me. Like, come on, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that is
No,
bizarre.
that is my
Like,
job.
how dare you? That's me. I'm
How
the
could
one
you,
supposed to do that.
from a woman?
Oh,
Like,
Oh my
um,
god.
I think,
you wench.
But that's why there's like a
That's
little
messed up.
gray area there. It's
I,
very
I do think that comes from a place of both, like society trying to push women out of active roles
yeah,
to force men into those roles as
yeah,
well. Like it's the thing about like the what everyone refers to generally as patriarchy is that it forces like the both men and women to abide by standards
mm,
which keep them in these little categories,
yeah,
right? So it affects men as much as it does women, just
yeah,
in different ways, of course. um but yeah, so men are like were confined to it to be
yeah.
like a real man.
I feel like there's more pressure on us too. I feel like
Well, yeah, that's what
because
I was thinking about. It's very, very much like very one sided. Whereas, like,
But
whenever
when
you
it
take,
comes to chivalry,
yeah,
yes.
when you take someone, like for example, on a dating scene, when you take a girl on a date, you often like
Yeah,
looked at, and like if you often judge the man if they don't pay for dinner, or you don't open the
yeah,
door for someone, or
that's
you
a big
don't
one.
or they don't have, like if like traditionally speaking, if it's a first date, the man basically does everything.
Hmm.
But like, but also that's sort of like very sort of it's very bad in terms in both ways, because ultimately saying, oh, the girl can't afford her own dinner or can't like you know open her own goddamn door. And, so, and like, what I mean, so like in a way it's kind of insulting, but also it's also
yeah.
insulting to us, being like, oh, we're just here to like make you look good, you know what I mean? Like we're like butlers and we pay for shit.
A bunch of Alberts. Listen, I'll tell you what though. It's the problem is that people think about it too much. When you think about something too much, it gets overly complicated. Everybody's confused. Everybody's trying to assign roles to everyone. No, things are way simpler than that. I'm very simplistic. All right, not say that that's stupid or anything. It's just if you think about it in the simplest way, you'll find it very easy to understand. Being nice to others doesn't have to be on one gender.
Well,
It could be
yeah,
on
Yeah,
both. Like yeah, getting the tab. You know what I'm saying? Like paying for dinner and stuff. You're like, yo, on the second, third date, she could pay for the dinner too. As a kind gesture. it's not wrong. You shouldn't be shamed for it either.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
Like, well, and like, cause in like, I have a friend who's Korean, and he was telling me about how in Korea it's a lot more egalitarian society in terms of social conduct versus here, because over there there's Valentine's Day and there's another day where basically Valentine's Day is where men be chivalrous to women, and then there's another day where women are the ones who are chivalrous to men, which gives them incentive to basically treat the women right, so that they would treat the men right.
Interesting.
Because if the dude treats you like shit, and then
Oh,
she'll
man.
treat you like shit back, you know what I mean?
if she treated you like shit on Valentine's Day, guess what she's gonna do later on?
Well, like that, just gift you the same gift, just give you back the same gift. You know what I mean?
That's interesting. I didn't know about that.
Why can't people just be nice all year round? I'm just gonna say that as like I'm just gonna put that as that statement and be like, why don't just people be courteous,
Right.
nice,
Right.
and
Definitely.
and
I could-
compassionate all year round? Why
I
can't
can
people do
restart.
that?
I can restart my resolution of Daryl being nice again.
That will never change.
Hey,
Doesn't
bro.
matter.
Give him a chance.
Hey,
Hey,
bro. We never expected a pandemic of this scale. You know what I mean?
hey,
So
Daryl,
at this point,
if your subconscious had a fax machine, I'd be that fax machine, and I'm telling you, that will not change.
that ain't
Be
possible,
you,
sir.
dog. Be you, man.
You don't have the faculties to embark in this endeavor.
I believe in
I'm gonna send
Daryl.
you that fax, dog. I'm gonna send you that fax.
No, I feel like